Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of It's Our House podcast. And this week, obviously, you've had the podcast episode drop with the fantastic Nick Aldis. But what we wanted to do is also bring you a short clip of a recent Q&A that Mr. Chris Deez, the co-host of It's Our House podcast, was invited to. Deez and myself were invited onto this Q&A to talk to Josh Alexander and TJP on their upcoming 60-minute man iron match for the X Division title. Check out our question, check out the reply, and check out It's Our House pod.
So we're going to go to Chris. We'll come back to Sid. Chris from It's Our House podcast.
Hello guys. Thank you very much
Chris.
for having us. Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to talk to all of you. Sorry if this has already been asked. I was a little bit late getting into the call. My question is to both you guys, to TJP and to Josh. So the X Division title is obviously currently the main title in Impact Wrestling due to Kenny Omega coming along, taking the heavyweight title away from Rich Swann. With your Iron Man match set to steal the show, by all accounts, how important is it for you guys as talents to promote the importance of the X Division title? Because obviously we're in a day and age where there's so many titles across all promotions, across the industry. Some of them seem to have lost a little bit of importance maybe over the years. So what does it take from you guys as talents to make the X Division title stand out above the rest?
Well, I'll go first on this one. I get asked a lot. This will seem a little bit straying, but I get asked a lot, and I used to get asked this a lot too prior, because I'd been with Impact, for a long time. Suicide, Puma, a lot of things. And, option C, right? I get asked that a lot, option C, especially from people who happen to really follow me specifically. Anytime I've been X Division champion in the past, option C. And I always say I would never, ever use option C. And it's not a disrespect to, the, TNA world title in the past, Impact heavyweight title, world title now, either one of them. And I had this answer, it's not just now with Kenny and AEW and the cross promotion, but I had this answer before when it was Bobby Lashley, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was a champ. It's like, oh, option C. I'd love to see that match. I would love to see that match too, but not because of option C. See, to me, the X Division title is a generational thing, and that's really rare. You go to any regional company, they all have their own version of the X Division, No Limits, or the High Risk Division, or the, Velocity Division, something like that. And how often does something come along in wrestling that changes the very culture of it outside of, the subject itself? And I meet so many young fans that will tell me, the X Division is what got me into wrestling, man. The X Division is what got me into this. Just when I was young, Cruiserweight division got me into it. And when I was young, we used to look at the Intercontinental title as that was the working man's title. That was, there's the world champion, Hulk Hogan, whoever. But Mr. Perfect, Shawn, Brett, these guys had the Intercontinental. I want to see the Intercontinental, And then getting into wrestling for so many years, for decades, it was like wrestlers wanted to be the Intercontinental champion, World title was just a glory moment. The real passion was in that. And to me, that's what the X Division is. Ever since the day I got in till now, I think, if you say the words TNA or Impact Wrestling, you think X Division. I don't think you think, you think a few things. I think you probably think of Sting, AJ Styles, Jeff Jarrett, maybe Suicide, and you think X Division. And it's so synonymous. And to me, X Division title has always been the main title. And it's not up to me to say what is more important to anyone else at all. But to me, that's the most important one. And it always has been. And for the foreseeable future, it always will be. So, that's how I prioritize it. So every time the subject gets broached, different divisions and things like that, to me, it's almost silly. It's why would I want the thing that I don't want? And that's just me, like I said, that's just me. But to me, I've had my hands on and am going back towards the one that to me is the most important thing. And I think it really defines a generation. And someday, you'll look back 20 years from now, 30 years from now, it's like, wow, the X division changed history for so long, and it's a lot of the ways I think that the knockouts division, for example, changed the way women's wrestling was. And we talk about the women's revolution, man, that started with the knockouts. And I know Gail knows that because she was here and building it brick by brick. Like that's it, it's a generational thing. And I think when you can identify it, like that's really rare.
I think it's pretty safe to say that the X division and the knockouts division have been the cornerstone and, I think a lot of the reason why a lot of the fans tuned in, and I'm glad that we've kept it running and kept it consistent for all these years.
Yeah, I agree. I think the X division just I think all of Impact Wrestling, we've talked about how it's had a resurgence in the last few years, and it's been nothing but growth for pretty much 3 or 4 years since, the rebranding to Anthem and everything else, and it's all been going great. I think the X division and the Knockouts division, all these divisions are in a growth period as well right now. And I think that we just have to continue to build upon that. And the way we build upon that is by every single time we get in the ring, we give everybody what they want to see, which is the best match possible by all competitors. And we've surrounded our locker room with people that can, hit home runs all the time if they really want to. So that's the only thing. I think we're all here to work. I think we're all here to try to make the product better. And by making the product better, we just have to give people pro wrestling.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.